Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Head Coach Rossi, the Attacks Gym Street Warrior in Njia Uhuru Kipura. Those of you who follow me already know, Njia Uhuru is a Swahili term. It means the way of freedom. Kipura is the Congo term. That means it's from the language of Congo, which is spoken in what? Congo, the nation in Africa, all right? That term Kipura was mispronounced in 1712 as Capoeira by a guy named Rafael Bluto, who wrote this word in his dictionary in the year 1712, and that is the first time we've ever seen the documented evidence of the word capoeira. So do not believe the lies that, oh, the Tupi-Guarana native Brazilians came up with that word, or the Tupi-Guarana practice. No, it's African, came from Rafael Bluto in his dictionary, 1712, that's what it is. The same part, Kipura, was utilized by my ancestors and everybody else who's African extract in the Western Hemisphere, your ancestors too, all right? The Lamtuna and the Gudala. Who are they? You miscall the Lamtuna and Gudala the Moors. The Moors, the Lamtuna and Gudala, conquered the Iberian Peninsula, that's Spain and Portugal, that's why they're still mad, all right? As well as conquered all of Europe up through the middle part of France. All of that was theirs. So he did it in 600 AD, all right? They also conquered Southeast Asia in that same period of time. Southeast Asia is Northeast Africa. Let me say that again. Southeast Asia is Northeast Africa. All of the fighting systems, all of them, from Korea, China, Japan, African. All of the civilization achievements, all of the linguistics, to all of them, from the ancient times to the more modern times, like early 20th century, late 19th century, Africa. All right. Now, for the ancient times, the ancient civilizations are all African. As time passed, it became less African. Oh, how you know about that? You're gonna hear about that in my video when I break down the history about that. But I'm gonna do it in this video. So all right. So, but you need to know this. It's very important. So that way you understand that there's a whole human saga behind this. It's not just something I'm telling you. So okay, what is this video about? We're still dealing with a lot of the questions I received about how to make the wrist breaks and how this is very, very important for self-defense for women and children, etc., so forth, or large people with very large strength and disparities. Okay, helping me out is my friend Kawan. Okay, this is part of the series that I'm putting out here. It's hooked up in a playlist, so check it out. Okay, this is going to deal with the 2-on-1 grip and the individual double grips. Okay, so what I mean by 2-on-1 grip is if he grabs with one wrist or both of his arms like that. Okay, how do you do this? How do you break out of here? Well, we tend to combine what we're translating in English as breaking the fetters with the use of the elbow weapon to break the grip here. All right, so what we do here is, you know, he's pulling stuff. We drop our weight, use them cookie to break the forearm grip here, and then we use the forearm grip here. We use it raising the elbow to actually strike the limb and base these hands. There's a grip behind our own neck. This is a very, very powerful base. Once that's done, we don't just stand there like a moron. All right? We pivot out and push away. We go away from the arm that we just hit with our elbow, because that allows us to clear the grip. So even if we go the opposite way, he grabs us here, and we try to break here, boom, like this, and then we shoot the elbow along the line here, boom, that still allows us, sorry about that, let me try this again from this side, you can see it. What happens here is, all right, I'll drop here, using the cookie here. Now, when I do this, I'm pulling my weight back, pulling his head forward. All right, you can get the finger jab off to the face. I don't, you know, that's more into the structure. I don't show it too much, you know, on free videos, because kids might go, oh, look, just throw him in the eye, and you know, to throw another kid in the eye, and it could cause a problem. So for reasons of social justice and what have you, social responsibility, I don't show these kind of things. I will show in my instruction. Okay, when you drop your weight down here, use them cookie, you know, the javelin, the spear, dropping it into the forearm, rotating your thumb towards the grip, bam, it gives you a break here. Sometimes they might grab you on the other side, and then you wind up breaking that. We'll get to that in just a moment, all right? But even if they do grab you on the other side, you can use the elbows right here, boom, you'll be able to break free. You're using elbows, locking here, pivoting, drop, pivoting, and you'll break free. Now, what happens if they do a double grip, one on each side? It's pretty simple to do. Use the same principle, same concepts. They pull on you, try to drop your weight, use the fence, you headbutt if you can. You can't do that, because a lot of times they'll come try to get body-to-body contact. That's you get that headbutt on, bam, right? Then what you do here is drop your weight, get your center, bring both of your elbows under here, grip, bam, here, both elbows out, travel, wham, bang. All right? For those of you who are going like, oh, that looks kind of familiar. Most of you brothers, you know what I'm talking about. We're about to go to the neighborhood with this one right here. Okay, this is 52 blocks. 52 blocks is a part of the hand fighting techniques of Capoeira. The 52 blocks teachers will tell you this. It comes from Africa. They'll tell you. It comes from Africa, you know, where they'll walk it back through, but they're using English terminology. 52 blocks, walk back through Jailhouse Rock, then walk from Jailhouse Rock to walks to knocking and kicking. Or some people call it kicking and knocking, all right? The idea is knocking is from the head, but bang, it makes a knocking type of sound. It looks like ngonk. All right? And the person getting hit is not loving it. They're knocked down and stuff. I think it's funny, all right? And then, of course, you know, kicking. So the most outstanding features of these movements to Europeans were these amazing kicks and these incredibly debilitating and literally lethal headbutts that were used from all angles and all that other good stuff. So, what is knocking and kicking? Knocking and kicking is the United States English interpretation utilized by the colonists for the word Capoeira. You know how these United States cats are. They suck at using other people's languages, right? Suck even more than the older European cats like from Portugal and Spain. The Portuguese, Brazilians, you know, at least Rafael Bruto tried. When he said capoeira, he was trying to say Capoeira. He tried. American folks like, F that, bro. I'm not gonna do that. Knocking and Mickey ficking kicking, all right? Okay. So that is how knocking and kicking came about. The knocking sound, bam, the kicking action, bang. You know, so it's boop, bop, bop, whatever it was, okay? And that's Capoeira. Literally Capoeira. All right? See the connection? Connect the dots? Okay, so now one time I'm gonna break it down the technical aspects, okay? So two-on-one grip here. You're going to use the mkuki to hammer down the forearm here. It's very important. If you can get both forearms, that's great. But if you're a short person like me, you don't always go for both forearms. That can mess up your range. All right? I do both forearms because I'm very good at this. I have a lot of experience. And what I do is I pivot for you teachers. Step back over here. For you teachers who want to know. All right? And for those of you who are students who are oriented toward the height, width, and depth, the science of what we're doing, which is very important. What I'm doing is I'm taking my rear leg, I'm doing, you know, we're doing what's called Nguvu Yaon, wave power. driving right here like I'm whipping my entire body, shooting the half frame, the nusu fremo, not just the nkuki, the nusu fremo, which allows me to hit both forearms. As I rotate this thumb up against his grip, drop my weight, come out both arms. Bah, headbutt, strike, bang, bang. All right? If you can't do that for some reason, and there's times when you can't, because stuff doesn't come, I mean, scrap fighting does not follow a script where you can look all sweet like Jet Li. You know, right? So there's times when you can't be like, oh no, you may have something in this hand. You may be carrying your backpack, your purse, another kid, some food, something. This hand could be encumbered. You could be trying to maintain your balance, trying to hold on to something, whatever, and they're pulling you. What do you do at that point in time? Well, what you gotta do now is, again, same principle, dropping your weight, forcing that, dropping the weight. Watch what happens. When I drop my weight, his head comes down with me. See that? Don't go for me. Don't go for me. When I drop my weight, his head comes out. See, he doesn't have a choice. Again, you're using your entire body, not just your arms, your entire body. You're rotating into your stances, breathing, dropping your weight. See, I'm turning my feet away. Here, boom, raising my elbow up. This allows me to bring this elbow in, clear his arm. I can also clear his arm with just this one arm. Pivoting, dropping your pivot. See, watch my elbow. I'm gonna bring my elbow up and across. In one stance, I drop here, pivot up and across. See that? Now, this grip is here. See, you can see you gripping here? All right? This reason here is why we use the Capoeira form. And the question you ask about, like, why do they grab in the back of their neck? This is why. When he grips here, you drop here, pivot here, drop the arm up with the arm in the back of your neck, and you pivot out, both arms come free. Both arms come free. You see that? That's why. That is why. It forces you to release. Tell them what's going on.
It literally forces me to release. No matter how strong I am, my hands aren't strong enough to grip on something that's essentially slicing through the weakest part of my hand. I mean, and then his forearm, his elbow, his structure makes it impossible for me to keep a hold of, no matter how many hands I have on him.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And that's just with the most basic and the most prosaic of postures and movements. If you combine it with the other stuff that we do regularly, which we're famous for, what happens is when you grip them here, this is the Nyani Rahisi, which you miscall the whole leg, all right? All right, what's gonna happen here if I'm gripping something like, no, don't take me, I'm a kid, like, no, you can't take me. Oh, he's gonna take me anyway, this dude is tripping. You know, right? Can't take me. You're gonna drop your weight, pivot down, elbow comes up here. Now watch what happens, the elbow comes up, just pivoting here, now watch. Going into the Nyani Rahisi, here, boom, bang, Nyani Rahisi. That combination of motion not only breaks the grip, but you see how far away I was from him and the angle changed. So in order for him to catch me, he had to be like, what the hell did he just do? And close the distance. And I'm high knees. Mama, this dude is tripping. You know, right? That's what I'm doing. Or if you're a girl at the club, high knees over to your homegirls. He's trying to grab somebody. Grab people's drinks, splash. You know how girls do, right? That's what you do. If you're in the parking lot trying to get to your car, you and your high heels, just Usain Bolt, Mrs. Usain Bolt, to the car, all right? And then he's not really looking for victims. Even if he chases you, you just run around the car. And if he grabs you, give him another dose of that. Pretty soon he'll be like, I don't even want to say, hey, you got any friends who can't run like you? And you're like, oh, that's what's gonna happen. And the police are gonna show up and be like, yes, there's plenty of those friends in jail with you. You know, right? And that's what's gonna happen, okay? All right, you have any questions or comments, you already know what to do. Leave it at the end of this video, all right? Also, I need you to hit the subscribe button. We're now going over 1 million views per month. I really appreciate that. Earlier this year, late last year, we had a little less than 1 million. Now we're going over another 1 million per month. Thank you, I appreciate that. You know what I appreciate more? If you would subscribe. If you would do that, that would be really cool. Because we'd be sitting at over 1 million subscribers. That makes us the largest source for this kind of knowledge in the history of the internet. We'd be 10 times larger than our nearest competitor. And we'd be able to reach more and more people of like mind like us. Okay, let's do that. Go to my website, man, googlesites.com/attacks Street Warrior Capoeira. I get really into depth about this with the instructionals, the ebooks, etc., so on and so forth. They're all priced affordably, you know, right around like your cell phone cost. Ebooks about $11.99. The 5-hour combo packs are $135. The standalones are about $93. All right, so they're all affordable. You know, you can go ahead and get this stuff. I priced it in that area deliberately as affordable, not like this ridiculous prices you find other people's instructionals with way less material. I did it on purpose so that we could actually get the information. We meaning me and you. If you're like me and you have to save up to be broke, you know, right? This is the kind of thing you need, okay? So, let's do this, all right? Share it with your friends on Facebook and all your other social media. It's your boy, Head Coach Ross of the Attacks Gym, Street Warrior, and G who will be keep pulled up with the boy head here, just hitting the poles on him, all right? Take care of yourself. Asante sana. Amani. Ashe.